What's the price of peace and quiet in the mountains? I'll tell you right now, sometimes it's three guys in fake uniforms, a crowbar, and a sheriff on speed dial. If you think I'm exaggerating, just picture this. You come home after a long drive through pine country, tired but happy, already dreaming about a glass of whiskey on your porch, and instead you roll up on a black SUV blocking your driveway. No plates, just attitude. Three muscleheads in Aspen Ridge HOA shirts, never seen him before, are prying at your front door like it's open mic night for breaking and entering. Yeah, that happened, and let me tell you, it was just the beginning. I hit the brakes so hard the gear shift rattled, heart pounding, not from fear, from rage, the kind that comes when someone messes with the one place you actually built with your bare hands. Michael and Rico, my two best friends from the old days, rode with me. Michael calm as always, already filming with his phone, Rico in flannel and denim looking like he'd just stepped out of a hunting catalog. The three officers spun around. The biggest one barked about inspections, authority, jurisdiction, you name it, reading off some HOA script like it meant anything out here. He was trying to stare me down, but intimidation doesn't work on people who've spent years in real uniforms. You know what I mean? There's this moment where you realize these guys expect you to back down. Instead, Michael and Rico flanked me, calm, solid, unimpressed. Rico asked for a warrant, which they didn't have, and I told them flat out, "You're trespassing, you're on camera, and you picked the wrong cabin." The bald one tried to act tough, but when he lunged, Rico folded him up on the gravel without breaking a sweat. That's what 20 years of joint manipulation training gets you. Rico's old school, the kind of guy who can take a man apart with a soup spoon and still say grace over dinner. One tried to run, but I locked the gate behind him. Nobody was going anywhere till the sheriff showed up. They tried blaming some Karen. Of course, there's always a Karen. Said she told them my place was abandoned. Yeah, right. I called the sheriff, gave them coordinates, and leaned back, watching them sweat while the wind rustled the trees and the cameras clicked away overhead. That was my little twist, see? It wasn't just me versus the HOA. I had Michael's phone, surveillance cams, and about 40 gigabytes of receipts. Sheriff's deputies rolled up soon enough. No nonsense, not easily rattled. We showed the footage. The trespassers mumbled their names, Scott, Jake, Tyler, admitted they were sent by Karen Truman, the HOA president. But they had nothing, no IDs, no paperwork, nothing but bad excuses. Michael handed over video, Rico gave a full report, and I played the security cam feed right there in the driveway. The deputies read them their rights and stuffed them in the back of the Explorer, Tyler yelling about sovereign HOA territory, like he was storming the Alamo. Back at the station the next day, we each gave statements. Rico even drew diagrams, who stood where, what move he used, how long the hold lasted. The deputies looked a little pale. After we finished, Deputy Harper brought us to an interview room where Jake, the middle one, no more tough guy, sat, sweating bullets. He confessed the real game. Karen was targeting seasonal cabins, filing fake vacancy claims, absorbing properties into the HOA when the owners weren't looking. Two had already disappeared that way. Mine was supposed to be next, but they hadn't counted on 3 ex-military guys and a wall of cameras. So now I had evidence of a full-blown land grab operation. My lawyer, Gavin Morris, got wind of it, and by Monday, the press had picked up Karen's version of events. Armed veterans assaulting her inspectors. Not a word about crowbars, nothing about trespassing. Just her PR spin machine in overdrive. But we had our own weapons. Laura Donovan, a whistleblower from inside the HOA, came forward with a stack of emails, property maps marked red and green. My parcel tagged next target. She had copies of their plan. File complaints, invent code violations, and claim absentee ownership to vote my land into the HOA behind closed doors. Nasty, systematic, and it worked until now. Twist number 2 came with the legal smackdown. We filed for an injunction, dropped every piece of evidence we had. Video, emails, forged documents, everything. The courtroom was packed. Karen sitting tight-lipped beside her lawyers, reporters in the back. Gavin was a killer, slicing through their defense with certified county maps, notarized statements, and raw security footage. Karen's side tried to pass off a doctored map. Gavin dropped the real one, county stamped, showing my property nowhere near their expansion zone. The judge had seen. Enough. Temporary injunction granted. Aspen Ridge HOA was barred from touching my land, period. Did they back off? Not a chance. Petty stuff started happening. Anonymous complaints to zoning. Noise violation reports. A drone buzzing my roof at midnight. Rico started sleeping with a rifle in the guest cabin. Michael wired up new motion sensors that played a shotgun cocking sound every time. Someone crept up the trail. We caught 2 guys, same HOA crew, trying to snoop around, and sent them packing with the sheriff on speed dial. Meanwhile, Laura called. HOA staff shredding files. Deputies raiding their office for evidence. Game over, right? Not quite. What broke the dam was the criminal investigation. Document forgery, fake board votes, even a forged signature from a dead county official. When the DA got involved, it all unraveled. Karen and her 2 lieutenants were indicted. Jake cut a deal and turned over everything. Audio recordings, fake meeting minutes. You name it. The whole Aspen Ridge HOA was suspended, their bank accounts frozen, and the state HOA board opened a formal inquiry. Social media went nuts. Karen memes everywhere. Local news couldn't get enough. Go to jail. Do not collect dues. You get the picture. The civil case exploded into a class action when other property owners showed up with their own stories. Boarded up cabins. Surprise code violations. Properties cleared out while owners were overseas. We had a coalition now, not just me versus Karen, but everyone she'd ever steamrolled. Forensic accountants uncovered. Missing money, shady contracts, the works. Even the judge called it a machine, not a mistake. When Karen was finally hauled out in cuffs, bathrobe and all, it was the closest thing to justicide seen in years. But here's the thing. Justice doesn't come tied up with a bow. Even after the HOA was dissolved, their assets seized, Karen sentenced to 12 years without parole, the damage lingered. People were scared, confused, angry. But they came together, Valerie with muffins, a young couple with photos, contractors with emails. The land, the fight, the whole damn mess had become a rallying cry. We settled the case, $290,000, and a permanent injunction. I started a nonprofit to help other owners fight back against HOA scams. Gavin joined the board. The rest of the money went right into the land, apple trees, a new cabin, real roots this time. Rico and Michael came up for a weekend. No more talk of lawsuits, just cards, whiskey, and a little peace at last. The gates reinforced now, new cameras, solar floodlights, a no trespassing sign you can see from Mars. Sometimes at night, I sit on the porch and listen to the wind. No radios, no threats. Just the mountains. Michael reads the news, shakes his head. Veteran wins landmark suit against rogue HOA. Not a bad legacy, right? But I keep thinking, if this happened to me, how many more folks are fighting the same battle, just quieter, maybe losing? Maybe next time, someone else will stand their ground, and maybe, just maybe, the system will actually work. But that's the thing about peace. In the mountains, you've got to defend it. And if you ever wonder what side you'd be on, ask yourself, how far would you go to keep what's yours? If you've got a story about fighting back, or you think what happened here was right, wrong, or somewhere in between, drop a comment, share your take, tell me where you stand. Let's see how loud the truth can get when everybody's watching.